That is so sad. I'm getting more and more. I see more and more of this shit where you get this female comes and gives you this way over the top complimentary. Oh my god, I've never seen such an upload as this, and I'm like, well, it really, wow. uh, I don't get it. First off, I can tell when they say that it's either a robot, a bot. You know what I mean? Because they obviously didn't watch the video. That was not an appropriate, context for her comment. An upload? It was basically the telling my buddy, yeah, you've never seen the real camel footage that comes off of those things, okay? You just haven't. It's secret. And you get this weird comments. I used to just turn comments off. I don't know if the people who've been here a long time know that I just used to say fuck it. I just turn contents off. And then I tried an experiment where I would let comments sit for 3 months and then I would delete them all. And after a while, you tend to weed out all of the dickheads and jerks and people that just want to be contrary. You know what I mean? They don't get the concept of what I do because they're looking for entertainment. And that's not what I don't do entertainment. I don't consider myself a commercial enterprise. I don't commercialize my videos. Even when I had a page that had a worthy number of subscribers, I was never thinking about making money off of it because I always said and have said that, once you have skin in the game, okay, you can no longer be trusted. I don't care what level it is, you simply can't. Some people will see, oh, Senator such and such had $15,000 in his pharmaceutical company that he didn't disclose. And when it comes to Wall Street doing, hundreds of millions of dollars of the same thing, right? It's not that much money. But that's not the point. Cheat a little, cheat a lot. There's only one thing this place can't take away from you, and that's your honor. That's it. They can take your life, your freedom, your property. They cannot take your honor. Okay? It's an immutable thing. I'll just block. I'll just say and make this. I stopped blocking people. Now I just make them invisible on my page so they can spend all the time they want writing comments, and they're just ghost banned on my page, which is easier for me to do and doesn't look as bad. I'm seeing it more and more. It's really sad. I know YouTube does crack down on it, and I could report that, but see, they know exactly what and how to say to try to oh my, subscribe to my page, you know what I mean? Or, oh, you're so amazing, right? It's so sad. It really is sad. I'm just trying to figure out, is this a person or is it a robot? And then what comes next when you respond, you know what I mean? Or subscribe to their page. YouTube is in planning for, I don't know, for a very long time to become something that ABC could sell. That, when they tried okay, you have to have a plus account, G plus. Remember that fiasco? Then you can't make comments unless you have a page. And then pretty soon they started slipping a commercial now and again. And then it was more commercials. And it's like boiling the frog, you know what I mean? Slowly but surely they got to a point where now they've passed the point of even usable income on YouTube because, well, I can just say skip ad. What does the person selling the ad get out of that? They get fucked. Their first ad has just interrupted me in the middle of a video, so now I'm annoyed. And really what I think of when I see that whatever product is annoyance. They want to drive you into their system. They want to become a mainstream provider. And that's always been their plan. I, on the other hand, understand that what they have is useless for me. It's not about having 80 fucking channels. We all know that we don't do that. If you're surfing and you're surfing through 80 channels and you never see anything on this channel that even remotely, piques your interest, just delete it. They're never going to have anything that piques your interest. Delete it. Get down to where you have 25, 26 channels. That's all anyone really ever needs. They know that. All of these freebies, they know that. But see, YouTube wants to monetize it because it's a big, it's ABC. They want to fucking monetize that shit. Microsoft doesn't fuck around. Not much we can do. I will never pay YouTube for really one prime reason. One of these days I may end up losing that privilege that I have right now, and that is my video recorder. TiVo was that concept was never meant to do anything for you. I purchased, I think it was a lot of fucking money too. 89 from Circuit City. I purchased one of their first DVD players. And I think it was $1,200 or something, and there was only 7 movies out. It was part of a tuner box, like a TiVo, that you hooked your cable box up and could record on it. And that fucking disappeared. Well, first off, it only worked, and it's weird too, right? Because it worked for 60 days. Exactly 60 days. And then just wouldn't turn on. And so I took it back, could not be replaced, only could be refunded, right? Period. And it was a marketing device. That had a digital recorder on it that allowed me to record as long as I wanted any show that was available. And I mean, if you're watching football and you miss the last 18 minutes because the game ran over, you're pissed. You've invested, 3 hours, and then the game goes into overtime, and then you miss an incredible fucking ending. Nothing worse than that. Formula One is even worse than that because the weather basically has intervened quite a few times where we have hour-long delays. Well, the maximum I can add to my recorder for any one show is 3 hours. So the problem with YouTube, Freevee, Pluto, in any of the streaming services that give you television as a product, okay? Unlimited cloud storage, unlimited DVR, that they say it's unlimited DVR. But if you set it to record such and such between 7 and 9, that's exactly what they do. I want you to know that. That's the big difference. I think the majority of people that are still using DirecTV, like me, that's why we have it. It's not so much that they provide channels we can't get anywhere else for fucking free. Our package has something the old lady wants, MSNBC, and I get ESPN for my Formula One racing. That is all we watch on these. I can skip commercials. If I record, any show that I do watch on this is recorded. That's how it works. So I have my 30-second skip button. I know to hit either 8, 10, or 12 times, and I'll be right back to the show perfectly on time. So I don't have to watch commercials. And it records as long as I want to record. Doesn't matter how long the show runs over, up to 3 hours. And the Brazil Grand Prix, 5 years ago? The one where Verstappen did the 360 and went from last to second place? Taught everybody how to drive in the rain? I knew that kid was special then, man. That went over like 2.5 hours and I still got to watch the end of the race. Pretty cool. So that's why I have this. Because it's a true recorder. Yes, I don't have unlimited space, but we tend to not really need it. We tend to not go over. But the Olympics and things like this, football games, especially football games. Because I can go through a football game in, 75 minutes, 80 minutes. I can watch the whole game, watch every play, not miss a thing, have my own instant replay, step by step, if I choose to do so. And that's why I have this. Okay, I don't believe you can step forward on YouTube. I don't think you have a frame by frame step forward on your digital unlimited DVR. Right? I know I kind of strayed off the path of the honey potters, but think about it. All the streaming services prices are going up. And DirecTV's, it hasn't gone up for a while. Depending on the package, if you're smart, okay, you just go with the channels that you need to watch, the 25 that you watch. That's all that's important. Unfortunately, still, you have to buy the 89 to 200 channels that you're never going to watch, unfortunately, okay? If they did away with that, I think there would be this incredible resurgence, but they don't make enough money without those tiny little, nickel and dime stations that they have in there. I don't think they make enough money to make a profit. So they have to have those in there. Well, this is what I'm telling you, okay? I'll give you half as much again if you just let me a la carte. See, now they have an equipment problem. Okay, well, let me buy my own equipment. You can make money on service charges or whatever. Just let me buy my own equipment, which by the way, we always do when possible. And then just, let me go a la carte. I will give you $2 per channel for everything that I want to watch with the same kind of DVR. I think that they could crush the market, to tell you the truth. Because they all carry the same shit. Nobody's special anymore. And how they're going to compete with the free people just to watch commercials? Oh, well, you can buy a commercial-free level. No, listen, I tried your commercial-free. I tried your commercial-free bullshit, okay? There is no such a fucking level. You don't have that level. And a few of them, they said commercial-free DVR or streaming. And the only show that was commercial-free that I watched was Preacher. That was it. Everything else had ads. So you can't escape it. So what you need is convenience and flexibility and usability, right? The old lady right now has like 25 shows on the recorder that she can watch at her leisure when she wants, because there's never anything on fucking TV other than what you record. And especially with the Olympics, I set that to record everything on every channel, and I never miss anything. And I don't have to watch the incessant commercials. Drives me crazy. Football is the same way. 3 hours for 60 minutes of play. I simply don't, I can't take the ads, the incessant fucking buy this, right? And me in commercials, right? When I talked about honor, I was fucking serious. I will do without, I will put you on my list. I will ban you forever from my household. You will never darken my door, because all you did was fucking annoy me with your stupid ass commercial. And then having experienced some of these companies, Liberty Mutual Insurance, they have all these little subsidy companies. And we found out that they were as dirty as it gets. No honor. No honor at all. I mean, they will literally fucking lie, cheat, and steal in the open. They weren't even subtle about it. Not even subtle. In writing, you could see it in any logical fucking person that looked at the numbers would say, no, you're not going to be able to buy a Honda mirror, color match a Honda mirror, install a Honda mirror for less than $250, which was our deductible. Why? Because we'd spent fucking, 5 years on their premium program. And they fucked us over a mirror. So Liberty Mutual or any of their affiliates, if you're in, I would really consider moving to someplace else. We finally ended up going with Geico because they had the least number of, claims denied, basically. Plus, I did see, there is no honor in the insurance company, but I did see something that kind of got me one time, and I did a video about it then. It was like 2 years ago. There was a picture of 2 homes. There was actually 3 in there. There was a picture of 2 homes, and the article was about this guy who had all this wind damage to his roof, and all of his neighbors too, okay? And they had Geico insurance, and all of their roofs were replaced. This guy had Liberty Mutual home insurance, and he was denied because he didn't have enough damage to his roof. Hey, motherfuckers, if I'm missing a shingle, which can cause a leak, that's too much damage to my roof. What do you mean? Oh, clause section such and such, which is what they did to us, because right at that time there were some riots happening. And we were involved in the riots all of a sudden, which activated clause such and such. And we really did think about taking them to a small claims court, and we said, fuck it. I'll just make videos warning people about Liberty Mutual for the next 10 years. That's what I told the old lady, and that's what I'm doing. Listen, honor is the only thing that can't be taken from you. We all know this is basically what my channel is about, exposing the fucking criminality of man, okay, against a man. The stupidity and the fucking ignorance that exists in our society that drags us down. The hate, the bigotry, the lack of understanding even what science is. When you say that word to some people, it just goes in one ear and out the other because it doesn't mean anything to them. The meaning of the term science doesn't mean anything to them. What is a fact and what is not a fact? Okay? And in science, even if something is a known fact, there is still a small margin left open, okay, for new knowledge. But over a very long period of time, over a vast number of conclusive experiments, this has fucking been proven to be true. So that trumps your whatever fucking is fantasy idea you have about what science is. Nobody's perfect, okay? That's the other part of what my page is about. I would like to think that honor becomes something people value. And don't be embarrassed about it either, because I get the asshole moniker because, yes, I am the guy that will stand up in the middle of your church and go, excuse me, pastor, but that is not true. Yeah. I live that life. I live the life that I present here outside of this chair when I can get the fuck out of it. I try to tell all my young friends about it, okay, that there was a time in my life when I didn't like myself. That was the first series of videos I made on YouTube, was basically ripping myself to shreds for like fucking years, man. I couldn't get enough of just exposing my bad side, you know what I mean? And that's when I realized how good it was for therapy. That, oh, well, shit, I feel better. I needed to tell thousands of strangers, this is exactly how I fucked up and why you shouldn't fuck up the same way. Although we all know that the younger generation never listens to the old generation. It's some kind of cruel biological fucking trick there, right? Huh? Where every generation says, wait till you're my age and you'll understand. Oh, it's a cruel joke. Insurance companies, lawyers, the world is full of these con men and shit. And, You know, honor doesn't come into any context when we're talking about capitalism. The actual rule is that they must put the profit of the company above and beyond anything else, including public safety. What? Yep, it's written that way. Otherwise, you're not doing your fiduciary responsibility. Okay, I feel better. I had to get that off my chest. It all starts out with the, like, I feel not, I don't feel anger at her. What I feel is embarrassment and humanity, because they think everybody's fucking stupid because of their mentality and the way they're built inside. They think that everybody's gullible, or that enough people are gullible that they can get away with whatever scam or sham it is they're running. And you have to think, what do those people think of themselves? What are they thinking when they look in the mirror? Do they justify everything bad that they've done? Because without that, there can be no change. You cannot become a better person without that. You have to expose yourself, okay? People have to, it's like drunks. The night before they're fucking living terrors, and then the next day they expect everyone to forget that what they did. Everything is supposed to be okay today because I'm not drunk. See? The human condition really could be improved if everybody just a little honor. That it's not about not lying, not stealing, not coveting thy neighbor's wife or any of that shit. It's simply doing what's right. If you're gonna sit on the fence with every fucking decision, okay, that fence is gonna get real wide. So it's yes or no, and that's how you should approach life, which gives me my edge to most people. You know what I mean? No, get off the fence. The fence has to be a razor's edge. If you let it get any wider than that, it will continue to grow. And next thing you know, you have no fucking morals whatsoever. So I guess the lesson of this video is that honor is important, no matter what level you try to attain, and that Liberty Mutual Insurance will fuck you at every opportunity.